Bashers! Hey everybody, it's 5:03. I'm a couple minutes late. Just feels like I haven't done it in ages because this weekend was so fucked up. Holy shit, Batman. I feel like I haven't talked to you guys in ages. Friday night, I did Bashers with the Sheen, but I was my brain wasn't in it, my head wasn't in it, my heart wasn't in it. You know, Laverne was in the hospital Thursday night. And for those of you who don't know, I'll make it brief and then we'll get on with the show because she's home. She seems to be doing great. The blood work next week will be the determination of how well we did and what we did. We still don't know what caused it, but in a nutshell, Thursday night, I noticed she had been looking a little raggy and her gait was a little not so feisty, and she wasn't jumping up on her spots. So Thursday night, she just didn't look so good to me. And then she went meow to me, and she never did that. So I put her in the case, took her across the river to the hospital. They took her in. They found out she had low red blood cells, low white blood cells, low platelets, and low potassium. So fluids, potassium. And then they kept her overnight and they put her on a broad spectrum antibiotic, trying to figure out what this is. A month prior, her values were perfect. So we had done extensive testing on her blood because we thought she might have a liver thing, but it turns out she didn't. So this kind of happened instantaneously, and we don't know if it's an infection or something. So she's on that. She's on potassium. She's on a steroid to beef her up and to whatever is inflamed in her to flame it down. And she got, ready for this, a red blood transfusion. So that's what happened last Thursday. And then Friday night, they said they got to keep her another night because they wanted to do plasma and stuff. And I said, yeah, I mean, whatever. I'm already fucking going to be panhandling. So I just said, fuck it. And we picked her up Saturday night, and they said she's going to be really, really groggy. And we got her home, and she jumped up on the counter and ate a can of tuna and went bananas and was acting all cuckoo. And she's still looking to lick the bathtub. I don't know what that is. Pavlovian, I don't know. But we have right now I have the litter box outside the bathroom with the door closed because I have an hour I'm away from her. She just ate. She's sitting on her little box, and she was laying on the floor today, and she was playful and just shush, man. So that was what was happening. And then, we picked her up on Saturday, and then I spent the whole day with her. I haven't really stopped looking at her the whole time. But I got some sleep. I don't think I slept in 3 days. She slept with me last night in bed. She has not walked past. My apartment's like one of those old Manhattan railroads, so it's like room. So she really wasn't moving past the living room portion of the house. She was like kitchen, box, counter, and not jumping up on the TV, but going to the couch, but not going into the bedroom. But yesterday she spent the whole afternoon taking a nap. I took one with her. And then today she's been doing the same thing. So anyway, how are we all doing? Thank you so much for all the love, all the emails, all the wonderfulness. You guys have you really helped me handle it. It's like this community never ceases to knock me the fuck out with your kindness and your generosity and all the things that you are. And I'm so happy to be a part of it. So thank you very much. Speedy Tuesday got the 3510.50.00 on today. Millie's taking a nap in her case. I was gonna do a banana bread today earlier because I can actually do a couple things. I'm gonna do it tonight after the show, and we'll do a little raffle at the end. So here's the scenario, guys. Since the food thing won't work internationally, and since so much of you are international, what we're going to do is if you're in America and I can ship you food, you get the banana bread. If not, you're going to get a watch roll. And I'll send that internationally. And this one's green, so it's going to look invisible. But yeah, so depends. If you win and you're from somewhere outside of the food police mailing districts, we'll send you a watch wall. So that'll be fun. Who's in the room? What are you doing? How are you feeling? I am so happy to be here with you tonight. Second gong came, didn't check it till last night, and it was another piece of shit. So I had a conversation with Asheen. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to go to Guitar Center because there's a Zildjian one there, and I'm going to go pick that up. And I know it's going to be great. It's going to be on the desk tomorrow night because the ones that I bought on Amazon are obviously supposed to look cool on a shelf, but not really make any kind of discernible sound. Horrible. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Andrew Wolkowicz, Canadian $2. He's working until 6:30. Everyone like and sub. One of the biggest champions of the channel. I want to thank you so much. You are one of the many people that that just really fucking made me feel better, man. Thank you so much. Noel, hey Noel, I don't know you. Why do I hate Bob Geldof so much? Listen, being in the music industry, listen, I know he's Sir Bob Geldof and he's Irish, so he can't use the sir, and he should never fucking taken that anyway, because Irish people shouldn't take it. Bono shouldn't have either. It's fuck off. Fuck off with the fucking sir. Jesus Christ. Everybody wants smoke blown up their ass. And I love Bono. I do. I loved his book. It made me like him a lot more because, he's done some amazing things. And I kind of disagree with Roger Waters on his new reason to hate Bono because, the kids that were killed in the music festival. I don't think Bono was taking political sides. I think Bono was just singing for some people who died. Of course, a lot more people have died since then, like tons more. Maybe he should start singing about that. Why do I hate Bob Geldof? Because I know a lot of people who know him and they say he's an absolute utter scumbag. But the other thing is the people that I know that knew Michael Hutchence, a guy I met, I told you guys weeks ago, guy I had met was fucking devastating to meet this guy. And I don't even listen. I'm not even the biggest In Excess fan. Do I think he was a great singer? No. I think he was a total fucking rock star though. And apparently, I think Michael Hutchence killed himself because he couldn't take Bob Geldof and the custody battle with Paula Yates. And, he used to refer to him as Satan because he was trying to derail his paternity claims and having, access to his daughter and all that stuff. And I just think he's not an incredible. I Don't Like Mondays, that song that he had with his band. But that's the only song I think they fucking ever had. Or do they know it's Christmas? I'm sure that was all mid-jure and hardly Bob Geldof. But I just watched that We Are the World thing, and they were all partying and everybody's relaxing. It's a great documentary. If you have not seen it, you should. Bob Geldof, I didn't even know he was there. Didn't know he showed up. Didn't know he spoke to them. But he comes in, in his Bob Geldof way, and he's like, there are kids starving all over the world. And it's not a party. This is they want to let you know the reason you're here, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And he set the fucking tone because these people were, Al Jarreau was fucking smashed. People were just being goofy, like it was they had just come from the American Award, or the American Music Awards, which is a shitty fucking, there's too many fucking award shows, period. Give awards to teachers and physicists and the Nobel Peace Prize and all that shit. But how many fucking plumes of smoke need to be blown up an actor's ass? And I watched the Screen Actors Guild the other night because I do watch Fashion Police. And we didn't do the show last week for reasons I'll get into in a second briefly because it's private. I mean, Machine doesn't feel well. He's a little under the weather. But it was tentative that we might do it. And I watched it, and I was just, even Robert Downey Jr. and people I was like, first of all, these awards are bullshit because they're giving them to people who don't deserve them. And the other thing is like the speeches, and then they have this intro. Oh God, they had this intro that did this, was like, I'll never forget the first time I crossed the street or I saw a raindrop. I'll never forget the first time the clouds parted and the sun shone upon me and I felt the light. I am an actor. It was like the most pitiful self-exaltation of bullshit. And it's like, and I'm a singer and a songwriter and an artist, if you want to say. And that's like, I hate that self-aggrandizement bollocks. It's just bollocks, fucking bollocks. Hate it. Hey, I haven't ranted in a long time, but it was bullshit. And I get it. So Bob Geldof, I don't like him. He just seems like the type of guy I wouldn't like. Anyway, Vaughn, please, I do hope all is well on your end. It's better. Vaughn, it's better. I can't thank you enough. It's better. taking it day by day, and I'm hoping that her blood work comes back and that it was some fucking thing she picked up or an infection, or I stepped on something on the street and I dragged it in the house. I don't know. Kyle Penna, happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to you. Rays, Ruby Speedy, Lunar Pilot Tuesday, dudes. Yep. Kyle Penna, you're rocking your Lunar Pilot today. Excellent. Scabs should be ashamed of yourselves. What's going on with the scabs? I don't know. Dean says, upvote. It's free and easy. Please upvote. It's free and easy. And I'm so, man, I don't know if you can tell. I'm just so refreshed and I'm so happy to be back. Because it's been so shitty. Shitty weekend. Angelo, Minichello, buonasera, tutti. Agreed. Blackbird SP, great news about Laverne. It's really good. I mean, she's been reacting very, very well. She's on steroids, so she might gain a lot of weight, which I really hope because she's too skinny. Jim Lassick, a man of fine taste and distinction. Cheers to the gang. Cheers to you, Jim Lassick. I was just talking about you. Was I talking to you about my sister, or I was talking about wine? I was like, I said, you watch the show, Jim Lassick and his wife are like, we're going to have a Latosh. Like, you are so badass. Scotty H, the incomparable Scotty H, thumbs up. Party hat, thank you so much. Travis Watts, you upvoted. I see that you sent me a picture of your Speedy. We'll feature it tonight. Daniel Gutierrez, hey guys, hey, Sam Led Consulting, bashers. There's a Brian Wilson documentary on in the other room, and for any of you Beach Boys fans out there, it's funny when you're a kid, you just think ba 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 ba, and then you wake up and you realize that he wrote Pet Sounds. With the one and only Dirk Almighty. That's a good title for my autobiography, Dirk Almighty. And watch me, I am an actor. Fuck off. Like there's too many awards for actors. You guys get paid so much money. I mean, it's real life is really good for you. Do you really need somebody to go? And I bestow upon you the silver kitty for your contribution to the thespian world and for riveting us with your voice, your presence, your demeanor, your bollocks. Fuck off. Even the ones I like, And who was it? Carrie Mulligan, who I think is the only person that deserves the Best Actress Oscar this year in Maestro. Whether you liked or disliked the movie, my only problem is that they didn't feature his music. Like West Side Story and Candide and stuff like that. She is certainly the best actress this year, certainly. And I've now seen all of the films because what am I doing? Staring at my cat with the TV on. She was the best. Even she said, God, you think you don't want to show up for these things? And most actors who say that awards aren't important, they're liars. And I wondered how that happens, when that happens. Like when I was a kid, I used to dream about getting my Grammy Award. I was like, I wouldn't even go. I wouldn't even, and though I like to dress up, I wouldn't go. I'd go to take the piss out of it, maybe, I don't know. But thank you, Sam. Travis Watts, great to hear Laverne is back home. Man, you have no idea. Afternoon mates from Sam Led Consulting. Were you under the weather, Sam Led Consulting? Were you? I'm sorry, guys. I'm just checking up on getting the emails going too, because I was like, doctor, sister, Mimi, doctor, brother, sister. My conoscenti, my consiglieri. I didn't know you were sick. I hope you're feeling better, Sam Led Consulting. Mr. Bad Guest, so glad to have her home. You have no idea. Midas Rashad, anyone in the chat with an Omega Speedmaster Racing 40mm, the discontinued one? I'm tempted by the red or Panda dial with the rubber straps. Oh, you and me too, brother. The Racing is the one that look at that bracelet, man. It's so fucking sexy. Just, I gotta say, man, this bracelet is unreal. Just look at it shimmer. It's just the shimmeriest thing ever. And it's not even polished up, I just grabbed it. I mean, she sits in her box and stuff, but she's so beautiful. I love this one. Hey, anybody hook them up? I have a racing Mark II in the viewer shots tonight, and that is a beautiful, beautiful watch. And I said, mark my words, the mark my Mark II words. That's going to be a really big watch. You wait and see. It's gonna have its day. Steve McDonald, great news. Absolutely fucking yes, 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 yes. So Sam says you guys are talking amongst yourselves, but that's okay. We're a community. Thankfully, turned the corner today. Now it's just sinus pressure and lots of congestion. Cough is gone. Fever's gone too. Ooh, God, what did you have? I feel so bad. Send me an email. Let me know so we can chat. Yeah, Oshin is under the weather too. He had a bit of that going on, sore throat and stuff. And we were gonna do oh guys, look who showed up. Wow. It is. She has not been in my room in forever. Hey, Lorelai, baby doll. That's what I call her mostly. That's her putting the chats on. Hey, Lorelai, what are you doing, baby? She has not been in this room in ages, and that must have been because she wasn't feeling well, and I just didn't even fucking realize it. Crazy cat. She has. I mean, it's been weeks since she's actually come in here and jumped up on my desk. She jumped up. That's a 3-foot jump. Fuck. Oh my God, that just made me crazy. Vasilios P, good evening to all. Hope everything's well. Hey, Vasilios, we were doing those walks again. I just love looking at Greece. Carolyn Martin, the incomparable Carolyn Martin. Ladies and gentlemen, the incomparable Carolyn Martin. Evening community. Evening to you. You are the queen of the community. Ray, damn feckin' love quiche. Oh, jeez. I'll make a quiche over when I'm in the West. That is the best. Yeah. Sam Ladd Consulting says, Carolyn Martin, good afternoon. The one and only Carolyn. She's the one and only. She's the one and only. Carolyn says hi too. You guys are all talking about this. Jeff Sprague says, hello, all great news, Dirk. It's really good. Can you believe she just showed up? She just showed up. What are you doing, Lorelai? Her name is Laverne, and I mostly call her Lorelai. Or Bucket for Love Bucket. Scotty H said, Bono took the biggest shite ever until Randy beat him. Do I know what that means? Bono took the biggest shite ever until Randy beat him. I don't. Oh man, it's so cryptic. You gotta send me a message what that means because I don't know. Vaughn says a tail end of a cold. Everybody's getting it. Everybody's getting it. Too. We'll quash what remains of it with a bit of Redbreast 12 and a nice hot glass of salt water. Please gargle. Take it from me. I'm a singer. I've been on the road. I've avoided steroids. I did them once, and man, that's a fucking scary thing because all of a sudden it's like, it's like in an hour you can sing. But gargling with warm water and salt, and I told Asheen to do the same thing. Toussaint Lou, Bob Geldof, Mauritius, look it up. Mauritius. Did he do Mauritius, like the islands of Mauritius? That's an Islamic nation. Did anybody know that? And I mean that. Not like, oh, there's Muslims there. I'm not being an idiot. It's Islamic law. I don't know how they get away with the resorts, but that's a lot of the Arab nations do that. They party on in this area. It's like Holland and Amsterdam. Like you can shoot heroin in this square, but like when you go to Mauritius, you can whoop it up and fuck hookers and do drugs and stuff. But you do any of that shit outside, it's like bang. Don't do it. Sam Led Consulting says Algero smashed is priceless. May he rest in peace. I know he's dead, right? That guy was so fucked up. It was so interesting to see that Stevie Wonder was like such a fuck up. He was so lazy, didn't return calls, none of that shit. And then when he shows up, he thinks, oh, we're gonna write. And meanwhile, there's like 70 fucking superstars in a room. He comes in and he saves the day. The guy saves the fucking day. Saves Bob Dylan's ass. What was his lyric? He goes, there's a posse leader saving their own lives. It's true, we make a better day. Just you and me. And he didn't know how to do it. And then Stevie Wonder goes, he showed him how to do it, and then they had to put him in his own room because, like, you have belters and blasters and fucking Daryl Hall's in the room and Michael and fucking amazing. But the real fucking MVP, Lionel fucking Richie, man. Wow, Lionel Richie. Most respect ever. Go heavy driver, keep driving on down the road. The only thing I know about Bob Geldof is that it is the theme song for the Jim Rome show, Up All Night. I've seen the Jim Rome show. Is there a Bob Geldof song? I just know I don't like Mondays. It sounds like he's trying to be Elvis Costello. It's a professional career, and it's no laughing party. Just a blink and just a whisper in Winston Churchill's ear. Mr. Bad Gas, $2. Why the Bob Geldof hate? I loved him in Lord of the Rings. Is that a joke? I've never seen the Lord of the Rings. And I'm assuming he wasn't in it. Carolyn Martin. Oh, Dirk, how I've missed you, Rent. Wait, there's more. Scott Ferrara, how's she feeling? You saw she was here. I know I'm so way back on the chats. She came up here on my desk. I just now want to see. I'm going to take a quick chat just to see what she's doing. You just sitting there in the cat? All right. She's sitting in the middle of the living room wondering what the fuck I'm doing. That's what she's doing. She's just sitting in the living room, just like wondering, like, what's he doing? Is he doing that thing again? Sam Led Consulting says, upvote, gentlemen. Yes, please do. Upvote, upvote, upvote. Ladies and gentlemen, Nathaniel Hannon. $1.99 super sticker. Thank you so much for that. Wallace 9, number 9. Happy to see you in a happy mood in the Laverne as well. Dude, I don't think I've cried this hard in fucking ages. I'm on the phone. This poor doctor. I'm going to shout him out. Why shouldn't I fucking do that? His name's Dr. Evan Gluck. And I just thought he was going to be like nerdy Jewish guy, amazingly smart doctor, glasses and just nerdy and all this stuff. And he looked like a rock star. He was really handsome. He had like long ponytail, plays bass. This guy was a superstar. I'm on the phone with him and he's telling me what's going on and I'm crying and blah, blah. And I get in there and it couldn't have been nicer, but I'll tell you something right now. I could have stayed 4 nights at the Four Seasons of my choice for 1 night in that place. Vaughn, I want to be rich, someone important like an actor. I am an actor. Did anybody see that shit? It was fucking embarrassing. Ray, how much money Clooney get paid to pretend to be a skipper? Perfect Storm. Try it, George. Are you? Right. You do a lot of that kind of work. Aren't you like more of a farmer than a seafaring gentleman? George Clooney's one of those guys that I fucking love him. He's cooler than shit. He's a Speedmaster monster. Speedmaster monster. Fuck, I just came up with that. It just happened, right? The American. If you want to have some Omega Speedmaster masturbatory product material, it's the American. George, he gives his friends $1 million in a suitcase, tax-free and shit like that. He paid the tax on the million to give him. I love him. I loved that movie, The Perfect Storm, but The American is my favorite. That and Solaris are my favorite ever. Scott Farrar says, yes, Kitty cameo. We got one. You want to come back in here, Lorelei? Mr. Bad Gas. Hey, kitty cat. Laverne is in the house. She sure fucking is. You should get a Gila monster. No fucking way. Listen, this could be, she could have caught a mouse that I didn't know about. And that could be this shit. Because she does have thrombocytopenia and she's had it once before. And it was from a fucking mouse. So I don't fucking know. So no, I don't want anything like that at all. Carolyn says she's in the house is fantastic. It is. Franco Fiore, upvoted. Upvote, please. Upvote, if you will. We love it. The West is the best indeed. Any bashers in SoCal? You got to take the 405 to the 101. Get off at Henny and make a ride at the chicken shack. Oh my God, Stuart. Jim Lassick, Carolyn Martin do make tactical pens which can get through TSA. That's fascinating. I have one of her pens right in my hand right now. I'm like Bob Dole. I always have it in my hand. Angelo Minichello. FYI, Omega intended the Mark II to be the Moonwatch, but NASA. It's actually waterproof, but NASA handpicked the original and stuck with it. I mean, what a shame, you know. I mean, listen, the Omega Speedmaster is the Omega Speedmaster. I just feel like the Mark II has been so afterthoughted. It's just been so silenced, and you know they haven't made it in ages. And it's a beautiful watch, absolutely beautiful watch. I love it. Scotty H, that's a South Park. See, I never watched South Park. You know, those guys. I saw the Book of Mormon and I thought it was stupid. It was just, you know, poo poo humor doesn't do it for me. But Team America World Police, I think that is one of the funniest, smartest movies I've ever seen. Everyone's got AIDS. AIDS, 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 AIDS. Your mother, AIDS, your sister, AIDS, your cousin, AIDS, AIDS. Fucking crazy movie. I own it. I bought it. It was so great. Jeff Sprague, South Park reference. Okay, now I get it. Travis Watts says, hey, Sam Ladd Consulting. I'm in Southern California. It never rains in Southern California, right? Randy and Bono. Here we go again. What does that mean? Is that the South Park reference? Okay. Dean says Bob Geldof and the Boomtown Rats played a free gig at our local park. It was a good excuse to get drunk. It was the early 80s, barely old enough to drink that. Do they have another song? I mean, I'm sure they've got lots of songs. Do they have any other famous songs? Because I do not know them at all. Dr. Glock. Actually, it's Dr. Gluck, like Gluck, Gluck, Gluck. Travis Watt says, being rich, okay, but fame, no thank you. You know, when I was young, I really wanted to be rich and famous, and now not so much. Rich, sure. Famous, a small modicum of fame is okay, you know, like friendship pool. And, you know, like I'm in a band and I've had to sign autographs and stuff like that. And I hadn't had to do that in, you know, 25 years. And then when we went over to Europe and they were like, we want the band to do like a signing session. And I was like, that's so stupid. I'm not doing that. Like, who the fuck wants to? Well, I was forced into it by my guitar player, and it wound up being very humbling. It didn't feel, you know, egotistical or anything. I actually met people who really loved the band, and it was like really important to get stuff signed for them. And I have a totally new objective to it. The one thing that I do, the thing that I really do object to is meet and greets. Like if you go to see your favorite band, like you go to see Kiss or Molly Crew or whomever, Taylor Swift, and you pay you know, thousands of dollars. If it's the tickets are already thousands of dollars, and then you get like 33 seconds with them and some staff photographer takes your picture, or you get to take it on your phone. They don't even have photographers anymore. They like, get ready, get your phone ready, and then you get some stupid crappy memento tchotchke that you met them. And I was like, who wants to meet anybody that bad? It's better to meet somebody on the street, or I've met famous people at the Apple store. And you know, like Oisin once met Peter Gabriel at FAO Schwartz, like because his kid like had a ball and it like banged into Oisin, and he worships fucking Peter Gabriel. And then, you know, he looked at him and he goes, "The children," and Oisin was like, "Yes, the children." And then that was it. He just had like a brief human experience with a god. Pretty great. Rich to go with a villa on Como. Sure, you know. If anybody's ever not been to Lake Como or any of the lake regions, Maggiore, they're beautiful up there. Lake Garda. I actually had the chance to stay in Sermione with Emmett and Dana. We day tripped from Venice, the Veneto, and it was lovely. And I have stayed in been to Bellagio as well. Actually, I didn't stay there. We stayed in Milan and we did a day trip, which it's the most beautiful thing on earth you've ever seen. The west of Ireland and Lake Como, the lake region. It's spectacular, man. It's just like God was here. God was here. Speedmaster gasm. Once a day is very healthy. I agree. Nathaniel Hannon, Ian McKellen, Gandalf talks about being mistaken for Geldof to the point where there's a running joke between them. I didn't know that. There is Bob Geldof that old? He's not, right? By the way, I fell off the wagon really hard. I fell off the wagon. Oh my God. I know what it's like to be a crackhead because, I was like off the sauce for so long. And I was like, and it was no problem. But once the shit hit the fan with her and the stress level went up, I was like, I'm so bad I Instacarted Diet Coke. For those of you in the international community, it's an app on your phone where you go in there and someone will actually shop for you multiple stores if you're a dick. But I just got like 2 or 3 things from Target, which is a big multi-conglomerate stupid store. And they brought me a 6-pack of this shit and some paper towels and some washing up soap. That's how bad it was. So I fell off the wagon. $4.99. Thank you, Nathaniel. Angelo Minichella says, "Rich and famous, give me rich. Hold the fame." Exactly. Imagine that. Like, imagine if. Okay, so like Asheen and I have discussed this too, because we were both. When you're touring band, people wind up liking you, and you have fans, and fans are, fanatic. It's short for fanatic. And you meet some cuckoo birds, and they act really weird around you. Remember, I did this interview with this guy in Germany, and he was a member of the press, and then everywhere I looked, he was there. Like, he was in our hotel, he was in the bar we went to for dinner, and he was always like trying to be a part of our group. And finally, he would never, he was always in my ear, and thinking to myself, and I'm nobody. Imagine what it's like if you're Bono or Bob Geldof. I think Bob Geldof just fancies himself as Saint Bob. And when people say Saint Bob, I'm like, have a fucking drink. You get. Ray. Oh, you're retired after being at sea since 2011. New life now. Life is now. That was the name of my solo record. I'll send you one, Ray. Sam Leg Consulting. What's a tactical pen? It sounds dirty, right? It sounds kinky. You into tactical pens? I'm into plushies and tactical pens. Okay, you guys are talking about yourself, so I won't look at those things. Their album, The Fine Art of Surfacing, was loaded. Oh, okay. I don't know much about them, but then again, they only got that much over here. I mean, I did my time in Ireland was the 70s, so whatever is popular. I couldn't even remember Cilla Black's name the other day. She's super famous. Vasilios at sea, meaning he's a maritimer. Hear the rhyme of the ancient mariner. He said he stops 1 of 3. Mesmerizes one of the wedding guests. Stay there and listen to the nightmares of the sea. Rhyme of the ancient mariner. It's Coleridge, right? But for me, it's Iron Maiden. You guys are Lugano. Lugano's fucking. You know what Lugano is? It's like it's Italy clean. It's Italian, but it's Swiss, and it's fucking beautiful. Beautiful. Franco Fiore says nothing wrong. It is when you're a drug addict, when you're serious. No, I'll be the first guy to die from whatever is in Diet Coke, because I can't. It's bad. Like, I could just drink like 5 of these fuckers, and it's nuts. It's really, really crazy. Steve McDonald says, "Can't wait until I can drink and enjoy Diet Coke again." Would you have that with a bit of Coke, a bit of whiskey? Yeah, Fame sucks. Yeah, he's you've been around Fame in some way, and you've seen what Fame is. And imagine if you had to have security. People wonder why Madonna is crazy. Like, I think when she started out, she was just trash. She was, no offense to Michigan, but she's Midwest. And listen, she's made records I really, really like a prayer and I'm breathless. Really, she's made some terrific records. Erotica, it's my favorite Madonna record. But she's not the most talented, but she's just very driven. She's a very driven person, but she's bat shit fucking crazy now. I mean, like, people think Mae West looked crazy or Jane Mansfield looked crazy or who's that other old broad that's had so much plastic surgery. I mean, Madonna looks crazy now, and she's doing these COVID videos where she's bathing in milk and rose petals, and she does a video with this very young gay Colombian singer, and he doesn't say he's gay, but ladies, that boy is gay, gay, gay. And she's like riding a horse, and they're lovers, and he's 22 and she's 65. Listen, no, I'm not more power to you, girl. That's gross. You're gross. You're a pedo. Pedo. It's gross. He's young and he's obviously like doing it for the exposure. But I don't know if anybody really gives a shit. Her tour wasn't sold out. Like you could get tickets to see Madonna. And who was on TV the other day? Oh, it was today. I was watching. There's a guy on YouTube named Rick Beato, and all the musicians watch him because he's got a cool channel, millions and millions of subscribers. He was talking to Stuart Copeland, the drummer from the Police, who's very hard to deal with. He talks even faster than I do. And they got out when they were on top, and that was it. And then they did reunite later on for one tour, but no records or anything, just a tour to shut everybody up. Because thank you so much. Because I am an actor. They don't know when to get the fuck out. They don't know when to leave. People don't know when to leave the party. Madonna should have left the party because their music hasn't been good. She had all this weird plastic surgery. She looks like a super fucking kook now. You know, I mean, know when to say when. It's like drinking. It's like anything. You know, like I always said, I used to I was never a big drinker ever in my life, but I would get drunk fast and then maybe be a little bit of an asshole. Can't drink gin. I drink wine. But now I know that never ever go past 4 glasses of wine. Sure, if we're doing a long beards and water and ketchup and mayonnaise and anything else that's a condiment. You have to know your limits in this life. And if you get to like my age, or I say if you get to 30 and you don't know your limits, then you need a life coach, because you need to know when to say when. Madonna, she hasn't known to say when. And she's probably, where does she live? I was actually, the hospital's not far away from where she lives in New York. She has like this four townhouse wide mansion, like on a regular street in Manhattan, but it's got gates and cameras and that's no fun. That's just shitty. I wouldn't want that at all. Who would? Ray says he's a pirate. I'm a pirate, matey. Arr. Just Coke with ice. Just Coke with ice, yeah. I actually like my shit. I don't even care if it's cold or not. I mean, I like it cold, but I don't like ice. It ruins my gotcha. It ruins the drink for me. I want maximum bubbles. Maximum bubbles. I didn't even have. Usually, I have a coffee and one of those Awake chocolates that Dana gave me. I haven't even had them. I'm just so I'm so happy to see you all. Kyle Pena. Dio's hearing aid. We are the world. Sometimes in the night when you're feeling the cold, take a look at the skies above you. Yeah, the metal community got together and did their own We Are the World. And it's very Spinal Tap are actually in it. It's kind of Spinal Tap, and they were actually in it because I guess they just thought they'd be part of the fun. I mean, it's like the 80s metal people. All the best singers got to sing, and all the best guitar players got to play, and then the rest of them just filled the room out. Like Vince Neil, who can't sing. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. Toussaint Lu says Jocelyn Wildenstein is the woman who now looks like a lion. My friends Kate and Carol have an apartment across the hall from her. And you know what? Here it's really crazy is apparently she's a really nice lady. And if you ever see photographs of her when she was young, she was beautiful. And she was married to a plastic surgeon. So he is the one that committed the sin against his own wife. And then they divorced. But she got like $6.8 billion. He's a billionaire. They had money, but he was a surgeon. It wasn't like you can't make that money being a doctor. But apparently she's a very nice lady, but she is crazy looking. As a matter of fact, let's get a picture of her. Not to gawk at her or anything like that, but just to see what you can do to a person when you allow them to make bad decisions. So this is Jocelyn Wildenstein. That's what she looks like. That's her, and that's not even the worst picture I've ever seen her. I've seen way worse. That's actually, yeah. Let me do images. Don't go to another page. But, oh yeah. Here's a good one. Look at that. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Oh, did she get her? Did she change her look up a bit? Can you fix that? Can that be fixed? I don't know that it can. Don't know. I mean, that's crazy town. Just there's nothing left of this woman. And then, like, let's just do Madonna's new ass. Oh, yeah, like, okay. That's what Madonna did to her arse. Look at that. This is a woman that has spent her entire life in the gym, eating right, running, being really ripped, fit, amazing. And then the Kardashians become famous, and she decides that it's time for her to get butt implants. I mean, what the fuck? What a sin to her for her to have done that. You know, that's what she used to look like. What a shame. What an absolute shame, Madonna. You should never have done that. Thanks for that, Toussaint Lou. You took us down a whole rabbit hole. Dean says Coca-Cola used to have cocaine. Yeah, Pepsi too, because it would make you, it'd pep you up. They all had cocaine in them. You know, the ladies they used to bring now snuff boxes. Everybody carried a snuff box. Everybody was doing cocaine, like in the 70s. Chili Badger says Madonna's new album is Peter Geddon. Yeah. You know, I mean, it's just sad. You know, I don't like artists to ever start to suck, but like the interview with Stuart Copeland, Rick Beato had asked him, he said, why did you do that? And he said it was the greatest thing we ever did because he says, we never had a chance to go over the peak and slide down the mountain. We left when we were the biggest band in the world. Isn't that smart? And they were rich enough. Who would care, right? Doesn't really matter. Beato is amazing. Did you see the interview of? I haven't watched that yet. I saw like 5 minutes of it, but I was doing other shit. Yeah. That also. But you did send it to me. She says, I sent this other bassist to Machine because his name is Charles something or other, which I thought he was great. Apparently, I'm late to the party because apparently he's a really, really, really big star. Le Carré. This is like John Le Carré. You are the spy. You will meet in Paris at the Saint-Germain, and you will meet Le Carré there, who will be carrying a golden orb. Take that into your Citroën and get to the Gare du Nord. Get on the train, go north to St. Petersburg, and we'll meet you there. Le Carré. Metallica should have got out in 93. This is a band I've never cared about. I don't give a fuck about Metallica. I can't believe they're that big. Because, you know, I remember them back in the day when they were in Jamaica, Queens, in the music building. You know, Hit the Lights, dude. That's what I knew, the Kill 'Em All record. And then, you know, not my thing. I think Kirk Hammett is like one of the shittiest guitar players ever. He's just a crap guitar player. I like James, and Lars is really annoying. And it doesn't matter who the bass player is. It just doesn't matter. Hunter Zangler. Madonna is looking like a goblin. Yeah, she looks fucking crazy town. It's crazy. Angelo says, love the great Madonna stuff. But if you're a one-trick pony, how do you do anything? I don't think she's a one-trick pony, though. She's not the best actress, but she made that movie Swept Away, which she was excellent in. She was great in Evita because she didn't have to speak, because her speaking voice is terrible. Because it's she doesn't know what she's doing. She's made some fucking amazing records. Like True Blue is a great record. Like a Prayer is technically her best record. Erotica is a master fucking piece. I'm Breathless. Stephen Sondheim wrote a song for her. Sooner or later you're gonna decide. Sooner or later there's nowhere to hide. Great song. She did it for Dick Tracy. Really good. She's just not a great singer. She sounds great in the studio. She's confident in the studio. Live, she's you know what? Until very recently, she also sang live. Now she's not. She's joined the fucking lip sync train. Like I said, I've never had a problem if you use backing tracks for orchestras and big horn section. Not everybody can afford it. Paul McCartney never has a string section or a horn section on stage. He uses samples. You know why? Because he's frugal. That's what I was told. It's like, Paul McCartney, why doesn't he have like a string section, like a quartet for Eleanor Rigby? And they're like, he's too cheap. Crazy. Just learned about Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley's childhood. Man, they had it hard. Gene's mom survived Auschwitz and they were dirt poor. I know that Gene was born. Obviously, I know everything about Kiss, but Paul didn't have it that bad. Paul made it out to be really bad. And here's another story for you, because I've got it. And my sister Pat listens to the show, and she might chime in and tell you it's true. My sister was Paul Stanley's mother's bank teller. She worked at a bank called County Federal Savings and Loan on Main Street in Flushing, Queens, where Paul lived. It's technically Kew Gardens Hills, but he lived on, I'm not going to give you the whole address, 44th Drive or 45th Road in Kew Gardens. And my sister said, you'll never believe this woman came in here and her name was Eva Eisen, and she had a check that had a big Kiss logo on it and said Kiss, 645 Madison Avenue, blah, 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 blah. He didn't have it so bad. Gene didn't even have it so bad. His mom had it so bad. Gene was born in Israel. His mother is a concentration camp survivor, like just very much like Geddy Lee's mother. She really had it bad. Gene, grew up and didn't have a dad. His dad kind of fucked off, and his mom, from everything I've read, and I read his book and all that, his mom was just an amazing lady who treated him like gold. He was an only child, and he was the sun and the moon and the stars, and she gave him the best of everything, and in return, he gave her the best of everything. He just lost her recently, and Paul Stanley's dad died, and he was 101 years old. William Eisen. So yeah, Madonna says, "Live to tell." Yeah, live to tell. My God, here's the other problem with her. It's like sometimes I want to be a producer or a manager and just direct people as to what they should be doing. Madonna's best work is with a guy named Patrick Leonard, and he says she really does co-write the songs. She comes up with the melodies, she writes the lyrics. He said it's not bullshit. It's not like Beyonce and her fake fucking committee of bullshit. She's no artist. She's a conglomerate. She's a company. She makes tons of money off of the backs of other people. Somebody got 6 producers, 50, fuck off. Madonna actually does. And like her or hate her, she's got some great records. Secret. Oh, what a song. My baby's got a secret. And I love her contralto. I love it. It's great. She was great in her day, but it's over. Spinal Tap. Sam Kinson, Live to Tell. John Play. Oh, boom, boom, boom. John Palaos is $4.99. I'm a Diet Coke addict as well. Try call. Dude, there's nothing. Dude. Preaching to the choir. The cold can is the best ever. An ice cold can. I know it's even better than the regular can. Those little, like when you're in a hotel or you're in Europe, the tall cans. Oof. Or if you go to like the roadside 7-Elevens or whatever those fucking stores are, they have like the 20 out. Oh man. People just don't know. Hunter's Angler, I'm not going to show that on the screen. You're a dirty bastard. You need to say 3 Hail Marys, 2 O Fathers, and an act of contrition. That's all I have to say. Sam Led Consulting says he loves Diet Coke, but the caffeine makes me tired because you have ADHD. I didn't know that ADHD made people tired. I've told you about. We'll have a conversation because you sent me that lovely reel and I did watch it, and now I know what you're doing. You're a hero. Absolutely, you are. I took Adderall once. I don't have ADHD, so I know, but a friend of mine who does gave it to me. He said, you could do it. And it was like, I liked that stuff. I guess if I ever tried cocaine, I would be so fucked, man. I would be so fucked. I would love it. I know I would. I know I would. Just looking through the chats because we got to get to pictures. Ray says, Dirk, have a look at the lead singer from Don't Speak Before and After. Sorry, I can't think of the band's name. You're talking about Gwen Stefani and No Doubt. Yeah. I mean, I think she just looks pulled back. It's Peggy Lee syndrome, I like to call it. I don't know about that. Never liked Metallica until I watched the film. I don't know what the film. Oh, some kind of monster. Oh my God, that's the thing that made everybody hate them because there they were talking about their problems with their shrink at the Ritz-Carlton, San Francisco. I know too much. That's my problem. Metallica should have exited after the Black album. Well, a lot of their fans hate the Black record, the Black album. Travis says Cher's a much better. Of course she is. Cher's a great actress. She's a really, really good actress. Madonna's no actress. As Patti LuPone would say, she's dead behind the eyes. It's terrible. She's got dead eyes. That's the worst thing you could ever say. Terrible. Yeah, her work with, all those records like Oh Father, Promise to Try, Dear Jessie. My God. Amazing. Also, Stephen Bray, keep it together, keep it together forever and ever. And also Express Yourself. That's Stephen Bray. That's a fucking amazing song. And I like and she didn't work with Patrick Leonard on Erotica. It was Shep Pettibone, I believe. But yeah, she made great records. She really, really did. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the time where we start looking at some of your pictures. Let's look at some of your pictures. Okay, I was here, so I got to look at the date. Everybody's saying, that's great. Who do we got? All righty, we're going to start with, who do we got with? First one is, look who it is. Oh, jeez. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Ray Ray. What has he got? He's got a picture of his lovely kitty looking out at the coast of Ireland. Look at that. I thought that was like a gold cigarette case for your cat. What's your cat's name? That's a big cat, right? That's a big one. That's a biggin, as they say. It's a biggin. Maybe. And so Tony Scuderia. Hey, Tony. It's everybody's favorite hairy guinea. How are you? Let's have a look at that. He's the hairy Sicilian. Is our nickname. Oh, I hear the rain. Rain falling on my window pane, laughing in my heart. Your love's coming down like rain. Look at that. By the way, I have one of those straps. I love that. And where's my service pouch? Where's me? I have one too. Look at that. I've got it too. I love these. In my Omega service pouch. I love that, Tony. I love this. This classic Speedy looks great on you. Perfect. That he's a big boy. He's a manly man with a big hairy wrist, and a Speedmaster looks perfect upon him. Gotta say, looks great. Thank you, Tony. Andrew's got, what do you got for us today, Andrew? Find my earrings. It's an old joke, but it's funny. 7-course Irish meal, 6 pints and a potato. It's true. Oh, brother, bread and butter. Kyle, what do you have for us today? You have some bull of action for us. Let's have a looky poo. Look at that. Precision quartz, Apollo 15. Yeah. Yeah, there was a bull. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. I forgot about that. It's great looking, isn't it? It's great. It's great looking. I like the Bullovers myself. It's a New York brand, a New York watch. New York watch. What do you got here? Here we go. Thanks, Kyle, for those. Thank you so much. Robert Slajinsky. What do we got here? Seiko Action. The Abyss, one of my favorite movies, came out. It was finally remastered in 4K. And Ed Harris is wearing a Seiko diver in it. I don't know the model, but it's beautiful. Looky there. Seiko, man, they're finished and stuff. I know well, that one's a quartz, but it doesn't matter anymore. I think the quartz thing's over. I think people aren't. There's no more quartz shame. No more quartz shame, and that's good. There shouldn't be any. Look at this Ray with a picture of his field. What's over there behind the field? That looks like an ancient rock wall, my friend. Where is that? I mean, that was probably made 1,000 years ago, right? Amazing. Let us know where that is. Ray. Let us know, Ray. Speedy Tuesday. What do we got here? Let me see. Oh, here we go. Okay, let's blow these up. Ooh, let me see what these are. Let me see. That's Ken with, I believe, that's a 351150, right? And that's definitely the 145014 Racing Mark II. Beautiful. Look at that. Was that? Oh, sorry about that. Didn't get that right on the screen. I love the racing dials, man. I absolutely fucking love the racing dials. Can't get enough of them. Yeah, I love that one. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. That's the 145014 Mark II. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Is there two of these? There are two pictures here now. Okay. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for this. That's from Ken. Brett Lane is wearing a Speedmaster on his wrist, while his dog on the rug looks on. He likes the 14502 on. That's vintage, man. Oh, shit. That is a 145. Is that a 14502? Applied logo. Oh. Or is that a new sapphire sandwich? I can't tell. Oh, yeah, it's a sapphire sandwich. Okay. You scared the shit. Where worn well, though. It looked vintage. The indices look a little yellowy to me. For a minute, I thought that was a 1960 14502. Thank you for that. Did I not have that presented? Did I not? I feel like I didn't. I feel like it didn't go. I have two screens here just to make sure that you all have that. Yeah. There it is. Yeah, it's a sapphire sandwich because it's got the milky ring. It's got the milky ring. I love that it's worn. Yeah, it's got the applied logo. That's why I was singing Penny Lane like that. You couldn't see it. You couldn't see it. Speedy. I love it. Speedy really is Speedy Tuesday. Motherfucker. Wow, we lost like 10 people in the room because when we started looking at watches. Come on. What happened? Who cares? Who cares? Right? It's Fergal. Oh, Jay's Fergal. Look at the kitty cats. Fergal McDormott. You are an angel. Kitty. Oh, kitty. Names, please, Fergal. Names, please. Oh, right. Look at that. That's a 253250. Why do the indices look so aged? The loom looks so aged on that. I love that. I love that Seamaster. I love it. It's a beautiful watch. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day in the beauty. Want to be mine? Won't you be mine? Is there two pictures here? Oh, jeez, yeah. All right, yeah, that is it. That's the 253. Right. 2532.50. I love the silver bezel. Silver bezel. Silver bezel. Look at that. Yeah, it's a beauty. She's a beauty. One in a million girl. One in a million girl. Then what's we have here? Oh, jeez. Here's the King Kamehameha. Jesus Christ. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Nathaniel Hannon with his 310 60 42.50.99.002, otherwise known as the Speedy Grail. That is a solid gold Speedmaster 3861. Holy fuck show. Holy fuck show. That is you look at this arty photo with the shadows. That is I got to try this watch on. I didn't take a picture of me with it on though. I should have. So I could put it on my Instagram and say it's because I am an actor. That is absolutely fucking ridiculous. You lie. No, nobody is. I mean, that's fucking great. He walked in with it and I went, gimme, 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 gimme. That was the first time I ever met him in person, you know? Travis Watts driving the car with his sapphire sandwich. Look at that. Looking great. Great looking wrist. Driving his Porsche. And it's Porsche. It's like all those dickheads out there in the watch world that say paddock. They listen, it makes me crazy. The other thing is this word, T-O-U-R, tour. Why are people going tour? Tour, like it's got two syllables on it. It's tour. You can put a U in it. You can go tour. But I notice people are talking about tours. We were on tour. It's like the Broadway people that overpronounce every word on the stage. It's so annoying. But most Americans say, "Oh, he's got a really nice Porsche." You see that guy's fucking Porsche 911 Targa GT Turbo Porsche. Fuck, I was gonna get that, but Stephanie said we're gonna get fucking killed on that when we're over on Victory Boulevard in Staten Island when we're going out for fucking steaks and shit. It's Porsche. Ferdinand Porsche, the man who invented the Nazi mobile. He invented the fucking Volkswagen Beetle, which was co-designed by everyone's favorite car designer, Adolf Hitler. Absolutely. Who knew he was that talented? They say he was an artist. They also say he had just one testicle. That's why he liked all that kinky weirdness. Weirdo. Steve MacDonald. Right. He's a freckly Irish fucker. Look at this guy. Look at that wrist. Look at that beautiful Speedmaster on this guy. You have a fucking monster wrist on you too, motherfucker. Big Irish mitts, big hooks he's the pugilist. Look at that. Looks like you're on one of the very long Killala style beaches out in the west of Ireland. Look how far you can go out. Amazing. That's great. I think you need an extra link on that, my friend. I think you're too much man for that Speedmaster. Can I say it? Oh, you're Welsh, all right. Well, McDonald, I see the MC. Is that in Wales? Is that in Wales? I've never been to Wales. I'm dying to go. Dying to go to Wales. All the best singers are from there. Dude, that's a paw, not a wrist. Look at the size of this guy's. Holy shit. You're a bruiser. That's what a man's arm looks like with a beautiful Speedmaster. I do think you need an extra link, though. I think you do. I think we need to get Stevens on another link. I think we should. Can we do it? We can. Oh, look at this wonderfulness. Oof. Look at this. Okay, so we've deviated from who is this? Sorry. Oh, it's just Shane. Hey Shane. Shane, you're playing the game. No, you can win, girl. Yachty and a sub. Look at that. That's a combination. Beautiful. Winning. Fantastic. Thank you, kind sir, for that. Beautiful. What else we got? Lady, the first lady of Eye Bashers is here tonight to show off her wares. Ladies and gentlemen, Carolyn, I give you Carolyn Martin, Speedmaster, on the leather with Depliant. Look at that beauty. That is also a sapphire sandwich as well, isn't it? Because I see no distortion in the rings. The rings are not distorted. Well, maybe they are. Huh. Let me get a better look at that as far as I can blow it up. Actually, it's not a milky ring. I think that is Hesselite. Just the angle is not all. It almost makes it look like a milky ring. Like a milky ring. You know what's so great about Speedmasters is how big that crown is. Because most crowns are too small, or like Omega doesn't always get it right. They have that horrible cupcake one on the Aquaterras. It's just ridiculous. Big. I think they fucked that up. The Speedmaster has got the fucking big, so beautiful. Love it. That is a classy piece. Well, fuck, we all know that Speedmasters, it doesn't have an applied logo, so that's the regular one. Is that in 1861? I'm assuming that it probably is, or is it an 861? Oh, it might be. It might very well be. Beautiful, Carolyn. Thank you so much for that. Thanks for bringing. She's got some watches, kids. She's got some serious watches. All right, and so for the final photograph of the night, we have got Ray, everyone's favorite fisherman, a fisherman's net, wearing a Seiko. Right? Look at that. That's beautiful. Is that the land tortoise? It looks just like it. Beautiful. Your puppy is beautiful, man. And look at the Irish woolens. No one has Irish woolens like the Irish. No one has Irish wool. No one has woolens like Ireland. No one has it. No one has it. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is my time. 10 minutes past the hour. I just want to say how ecstatic I am to be back with you on this beautiful Speedy Tuesday. Show it proud. Show it loud. Thank you for all of your incredible emails, thoughts, and concerns for the Lorelei, the Laverne, the Superwoman. I am just so grateful to all of you for your love and support. Everybody give Asheen a little wish that he gets better quick. He's got a bit of a cold. He's getting over it, but he should be okay. But you know, he's a thick-headed Irishman. It takes a lot for that guy to go to a doctor. He's like, I'll fix it, Raffle whiskey. Or he's a manly man. He just like, I don't need that. You know, you have to like shake him. So hopefully, you know, I'm sure he'll be back on track for Friday. And just thank you for all the continuingly nice support. And it's been just wonderful to have you all in my world, and for the love you've given to the lady. And she's really grateful too. And I'm so happy that you're here with us tonight. So thank you so much. And at the end of the day, remember, hold the door open, say please and thank you. Don't be an asshole unless you are a